Today is a very exciting day.
It's not true.
We're all finished. No more long weekends and late nights, which is pretty exciting. Today we're going to give you a tour of our finished little project, this little Baby Queenslander, and we're going to show you all the changes that we've made to this place, which is pretty exciting. Yesterday there was an open home and they had 9 groups through, and hopefully from that we're going to get a couple of applications on the place so we can get it rented out, which is very exciting. So we're going to take you through this place right now and show you all the bits and bobs that we've changed, and give you a breakdown or an idea of what it was like before and what it's like now. So come along for the ride. Welcome to my renovated crib. Welcome to our living room. This is the new space, so it's light and bright and very white as well. So we've got the new hardwood floors, which I'm happy to lie on. So nice. And they're all polished with a matte finish, so we've done satin on the wood floors. No more vinyl, which is exciting. And white on all the walls and all the trims. So we've just gone for a flat, simple white, which is easy to touch up and easy to maintain. We've got some sheer curtains here on the living room window and a new aircon up above. So the aircon will allow the place to stay, cool in summer and warm in winter. Come on through to the sunroom. So before we come in, we've got a black handle that was original to the property, so we've kept that and sprayed it and also painted up the door as well. We come on in, this is now a whole new space. It's very cute with all new curtains. It almost looks like one of those beachside pavilions with all the curtains tied up in knots. But there wasn't a lot of change to this space to make it look new. Polish up the floors, paint everything white, add some curtains. Let's go on to the kitchen. The kitchen has now been fully renovated and updated. The big changes are these beautiful timber bench tops. They're a acacia wood. And they've been oiled with benchtop specific oil so that they're nice and hardy and resistant to water. You can also see we've got the gas burner stove, which has 4 plates and a nice tiled splashback, which runs around the whole outside of the benchtops in here, which yours truly did himself. So not a half bad tiling effort for my second go, which is alright. We've got some painted cabinetry, so this is a nice light grey with some black handles all throughout the kitchen. And we've gone hard on the hardware as well, so we've got some beautiful taps here with a classic style look and a matte black finish, and the water's still on, which is nice. We kept the original benchtop sink and gave it a good polish and clean up, and it's turned out really nicely. And it's actually the same on the other side, so we've bolted in the pantry into the wall. So that's nice and solid. Timber bench tops again. Kept the original overhead cabinets with the glass. So you can store glasses and plates and things like that. And kept the original bin, which is pretty nifty. So we kept the whole shape and body of the kitchen as it was in the original, but just gave it a complete update in terms of new handles, new paint, new bench tops. And we also decided to keep the glass cabinet and we painted up the inside. Instead of going white, we went for the grey, just because we thought that would hide any scuffs and marks and keep that space looking good as it's used by the tenants. And finally, above us, there's a beautiful light fixture. We decided to spend a bit more money on that with a, I think it's an Edison style bulb. So it's a little bit trendy and a nice big dish, and it spreads the light out. And we also put an LED strip under here. So they have really good light when you're, chopping onions and things like that, cutting up capsicum. So you can see what you're doing when you're cutting over here. That's pretty much all the changes in the kitchen. Come on through to the master bedroom. So we painted up the handles on the entryways to all the bedrooms. These are the original handles that came with the house, but we've just gone for a black finish on everything to tie in that black and white theme. We've also got a big black fan, which looks awesome. And we kept the original curtains because we thought we could reuse those. And obviously painted everything white, ceiling white, all the beautiful trim in here white, and fixed up the floors in here as well. Em and I suffered over this big IKEA wardrobe. We probably spent about 5 hours building it, and we think it turned out great. So mirror on one side, just a standard laminate on the other, and plenty of storage inside, which is great. So there's shelf here, 2 large drawers, hanging space, and then more hanging space on the other side. So I think that's pretty much it for this room. Come on through to the second bedroom. Much the same in here, painted door handles, painted the whole space, and this massive built-in has been fully renovated and painted, so we've given it some new life. Painted up the handles in that black as well, and these drawers are all clean and fresh. We've got a mirror so you can set up your makeup stand or something like that. And yeah, just decided to keep this, but I think it makes, it gives the house heaps of storage and makes the space really usable. And come on through to the bathroom where there's some big changes. So we've pretty much changed everything you could possibly change in here. We can start on this side. So we struggled for a long time to get this in, but this is a over-the-counter sink. There was a cast iron wastage below, and we had to get a plumber in. We tried to do this one ourselves, to try to plumb this in ourselves, but we ended up getting a plumber in to do the job correctly and get that nice and solidified in place. So we've got the over-the-counter sink with a old school black style looking tap, which matches the tap in the kitchen. It's from the same company and the same set. We've got this shelf that we had as spare timber, and we thought it would be really good for putting your toothbrushes off to the side, considering there's a power point here, and it's really nice and sturdy, bolted in with 3 black L brackets. So that's a good addition to this space to make it usable and give it some extra storage. A nice big mirror up the top as well, which we got from IKEA from our friend Jared. Shout out to Jared. We were a little bit worried as to whether this would stay in place, but it's solid enough. It's stuck on there, and it's been hanging now for over a week, so that should be going nowhere, and it makes the space feel bigger and reflects this beautiful work that we've done on the other side. So we've added some towel hooks on the end here, and the tiles here were left over from my parents' place, but we made good use of them and spent a whole day tiling, Dad and I, and Emily helping out as well, of course. And it's fully tiled, so top to bottom, and on the trims as well, and we painted the front of the bathtub. And the bathtub scrubbed up really nicely with a bit of elbow grease and 2 runs at it from both ourselves and the cleaners who came through after we tried to clean the place to just make sure everything was a-okay. So a nice chrome shower head which has a bunch of options on there for showering, a diverter from the bath spout which allows you to use either the bath spout or the shower head. And I installed this rod right at the very end and put in a white shower curtain just to let the water run off and keep it all in the wet area and make use of that space. So we kept an overhang on the bench tops as well, so you could put a storage rack under here or your dirty clothes basket, and we've added towel hooks as well up here. So because it's such a small bathroom, we needed that extra hanging space, so this was a good use of this wall. Other than that, we painted the cabinets in that grey, the same as the kitchen, with the black handles, and we've fixed up the dunny with a new cistern, a new toilet seat, and a new cover as well, just to keep everything, you know, keeping with the renovation, keeping everything new. And finally, up above, we've got a bowl light fixture which we did ourselves, so that's just black on the outside, white on the inside, and it really finishes off the space and ties in that black and white theme that we've got going throughout the bathroom. Yeah. We hope you've enjoyed following us along on this renovation journey. It's been a big one, I'd say, some ups and some downs, but we managed to finish it all off and hopefully get it rented out, which is very exciting. So I hope you've enjoyed the transformation and seeing the befores and afters, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.